Welcome everyone. So today I decided to tier list all the FNAF games in celebration for Halloween. So I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, what are we doing here today, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have a FNAF tier list, hopefully in time for Halloween. So yeah, we're just gonna be tier listing all the FNAF games and like their updates and stuff, and yeah, this goes straight up to Ruin. I don't believe I've missed anything. If I have, let me know in comments. Anyway, FNAF 1 is immediately in S tier. This obviously started the series, but it also has... FNAF 1 has the best atmosphere. So that's something that's got going for it. It's got good lore in it. I really like. It's got the hints to the serial killer and everything. It's got fun Easter eggs like Golden Freddy. The game's calm enough to where it feels doable. And most of the animatronics feel pretty unique in their mechanics. So yeah, big win there. FNAF 2. I think it's gonna go in B tier. It's pretty middle of the line. I'm not the biggest fan. I feel like it's very chaotic. I feel like there's so many animatronics and most of them don't feel unique. I mean, both Freddy's basically do like the exact same thing. So yeah, it's just kind of a letdown, I think, compared to FNAF 1 and some of the later FNAF games we'll have coming up. It was still fantastic at the time it released, but in relation to the entire franchise now, it's got the same stuff going for it as FNAF 1 did though. It's got good lore and everything. I just think it's a little jam-packed with animatronics. It is interesting though, between these first 3 or 4 games, the similarities. FNAF 1 has our main 4, FNAF 2 doubles it pretty much, and then FNAF 3 sets it to 1 major threat. I think that's a really interesting way to progress. But, I mean, yeah. FNAF 2 introduced the actual, like, dead children, stuff like that. So, it is a good game, just not up there. That's in a family though, because FNAF 3, when I first started thinking about this, I thought FNAF 3 would be down here in the bottom somewhere. But the more I think about it, the more it's going to go in A tier, because the only letdown of this game is the jump scares. So obviously most of the animatronics aren't real, and Springtrap's jump scares are god fucking awful. If this was a tier list about FNAF jump scares, Springtrap would be in the bottom tier. Springtrap's jump scares are... The fucking Phantoms have better jump scares than Springtrap himself. But some of the renders of Springtrap in the fence and stuff are cool, creepy. The lore is definitely there. The big final showdown with the psychotic murderer who got spring locked. Like, FNAF 3 has some stuff going for it. Most of the gameplay too. Most of the gameplay is pretty good, bar the jump scares. So, bar when you fail, it's good. So, yeah. I do think that's fantastic. FNAF 4, I'm kind of torn between here. I think I'm going to put it here, just below FNAF 3. And the reason for this is because of lore. We're going to keep touching on the lore. FNAF 4 sucks for it, because FNAF 4 is just not there for it. FNAF 4's lore used to not be too bad. That was before Sister Location released, and then FNAF 6 released, and now it looks like the nightmare animatronics aren't actually nightmares, but they're like illusion disc things. The lore didn't used to be too bad, but I mean, look at it now. FNAF 4 just... Because it was supposed to be Dream Theory, like, let's be honest people. FNAF 4 was supposed to be Dream Theory, but then people didn't like that, so Scott retconned that, and now FNAF 4 just doesn't make any sense. But gameplay wise, This game is perfectly designed for its gameplay. Having to get close and listen is absolutely terrifying. The jump scares, scariest game in the series right here. Shut up, phone. Scariest game in the series. This goes crazy. FNAF 4 has the spookums. Totally deserves to be near the top of the list. It used to be my favourite FNAF game. FNAF Halloween Edition. This is the FNAF 4 version. I'm gonna put it just below FNAF 2. It doesn't add anything to lore, so yeah. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. It's just gonna, in fact, I think I'll plop it down there. I don't hate it at all, but if I don't hate it, yeah, I'm gonna keep it up. But it's got the same spooks as FNAF 4 going for it, which is good, but lore is a huge part of FNAF, so a little add-on that doesn't add anything to it isn't gonna be cool. Although it did add Night Marion, and Night Marion is awesome. So there's really not much to say about that. FNAF World! Those of you who know me know this is my favourite FNAF game. It's not even close. I adore FNAF World. Call me crazy. This is where we get controversial, guys. This is where we get controversial. Because FNAF World is not that beloved amongst the FNAF community. Probably because it's a very cutesy art style and it's such a huge departure from the rest of FNAF. But I love it. I think it's a great RPG. It's the only FNAF game so far that actually has a series on my channel. I do want to play through some of the other FNAF games, but so far FNAF World is the only one with a series. Apart from the van game, Five Nights at Fuckboys, but that's beside the point. Yeah, so FNAF World, favourite game, not really much to say about that. Hello? Okay, it just cut out for a moment, I guess. FNAF World Halloween update. I feel like middle of the road is fair for this. Just above FNAF 4's. So the thing about the FNAF World Halloween update is I used to love it so much. I used to adore it. I really love Freddy in space. I think it's so cool. I thought it had some good creepy moments with things like Foxy.exe. I thought the comedy in Foxy Fighters was great. The cheek is Magic Rainbow. There's a reason it's in Shithead. Specifically, I did that for the character, for fun, but the entire minigame could go down there. I hated that minigame, and it's the reason I prematurely ended my FNAF World series, but yeah. I mean, I do like the FNAF World Halloween update, but something else I'm unsure on is when it was added, it added the shortcut to the backstage, and so you can start FNAF World, you can take that path, and you can immediately start with the most overpowered characters in the game. I don't like that. I think it breaks progression. I think you should only be able to go to the backstage place after you beat the main game. So yeah. Obviously FNAF World, it's good for lore. It added Old Man Consequences. We had... It's presumably some kind of afterlife, maybe for the crying child, so there's plenty to love about it. I don't know why these are my ads, by the way, so you know. Go away! I need to get an ad blocker. Yeah, it has some fun mini games. It doesn't do much more for lore. It breaks progression. I don't like it. So there's things to like about it, but yeah. This is where we get even more controversial, guys. Do you know Sister Location is the only FNAF game I haven't sat all the way through? I haven't watched anyone play through it. I haven't played through it. I got till about night 2 and then I quit. I found it so boring. I thought the gameplay sucked. I wasn't that interested in the lore. Obviously this game has plenty of good lore reveals. It's where we get the name drops from Michael. It's where we get William Afton himself name dropped. We obviously know Circus Baby is possessed by Elizabeth. There's so much good lore drops here, but I can't justify placing it high because this is the FNAF game that bored me so much. I haven't seen like anything on it at all. I hate Sister Location, worst FNAF game. Fuck you, Chica's Magic Rainbow, you don't count. Not much to say about that. FNAF 6 is an interesting one to place. I think I'm gonna put it just below FNAF 4. If I can, I might let you guys hear a little bit of Henry's speech, because you guys know that's the reason this is so high up.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, and misfortune. Alas, where your story ends. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, friend. This ends for all of us.
Don't keep the devil waiting. Like, that's the sole reason FNAF 6 is so high up. Its gameplay is pretty good. The office sections forcing you to move at your own pace, I think that's fantastic. It's like FNAF 4 making you listen. FNAF 6 making you work at it in your own pace instead of giving you a dead set, like, you have to survive 10 minutes and the night's over. Or whatever it is in the other FNAF games. I guess Sister Location also did this to an extent, but yeah, I love FNAF 6 making you work through it at your own pace, and as soon you can beat the nights as quick or as slow as you want, but you have to get all your tasks. This series, Henry's final speech and the true ending, great. I just touched on that already, I'm repeating myself. The little tycoon segments during the day, I thought those were fun and cute, and obviously the horror is right there. Fantastic with the scrapping elements. I can't think of the name of them, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Salvaging. There's salvaging the animatronics. That's great. The only hang-up for FNAF 6 is the same hang-up with FNAF 3. Jump scares. The jump scares in this game are fucking garbage. But that's the only hold-up. Yeah, FNAF 6 totally deserves its place up there. We don't have Ultimate Custom Night. I thought we had UCN and we don't. That's an oversight because we should have UCN. Ultimate Custom Night, probably just below FNAF 2. I think that makes sense. Ultimate Custom Night, perfect end for the series, just like FNAF 6. Obviously it doesn't add that much more to lore, but it just shows us William being stuck in purgatory or hell, being tortured. It's a fitting end for a evil but very good villain. And yeah, I also like that as kind of Scott's final game, I think, combining the end of the story of William stuck in hell with the players getting to fight against every single animatronic and like, they're all here, Smash Bros style thing. I think that's really good and really fitting, so I really do like UCN. I might actually put it at the top of B tier, because even though UCN isn't for me, because I feel like there's too many animatronics, I know some people really adore the challenge, and so I do think it could be above FNAF 2. Special Delivery, this is FNAF AR, this is the mobile one. I think I'm going to have to put it in C tier too, but I am going to put it above Sister Location. There's a lot of cool things about this. Trying to collect, like, Shadow Bunny being Dark Remnant and stuff. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this, but I do quite like it. But I also think, on account of it being a mobile game, it can't really be above C tier. But I do think there's plenty of good ideas in it, so I do like Special Delivery. I just wish they did more with it instead of... But anyway. Help Wanted. I think Help Wanted is going to join us as our third S tier game. If they didn't add lore to this game, then this game would have been great. Because this game would have also been, like FNAF 6 and UCN, it would have been a perfect way to end the franchise with a VR recreation of the first 3 games. But instead, they added lore. And I'm not going to complain about that much, because while I do think the glitch trap angle was a little weird, I absolutely adore. Do you guys know, you might be watching it now if I put it in post, but do you guys know that moment where you're a kid backstage and then Glitch Trap like calls you towards him and tells you to come this way, and then the game cuts and just stood on the stage and Glitch Trap is dancing in the background and you realise you've been stuffed. You're one of the missing children. That is the best moment in FNAF. I will put it above Henry's speech. That is a fantastic moment. And I don't have a VR to do it, but I bet in VR that moment is even cooler. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see what they do with Help Wanted 2, but I do definitely enjoy that. Yeah. FNAF in VR works. I probably should have had Dreadbear's, like, Curse of Dreadbear up here too. Curse of Dreadbear would probably be, like, B tier. I don't hate it, I don't love it. Not much to say. Security Breach. Probably going the bottom of B tier. I had some laughs out of this with all the glitches and stuff. I thought it was great fun. But... ow, I just stabbed myself in my eye. Obviously the glitches do hold it back. It's supposed to be an open world FNAF game, but I really don't think they had the right idea with this. Usually I praise games because I think they had a good idea, they didn't execute it well. I feel like it's the opposite with Security Breach. I don't think they executed the idea terribly, I just don't think open world FNAF was a great idea to begin with. Because it's kind of hard to make open world FNAF scary. And I feel like it just, I don't know, it kind of is against the spirit to me. I think you can do it, but I don't think it's the best idea. And I think Security Breach is a perfect example of that. Obviously this game has so many problems. They completely let down Fanny's character. Fanny being promoted as such a big threat and villain in the trailers just wasn't pretty much non-existent in Security Breach. But there's also plenty of good in Security Breach that really lifts it up. In fact, I'm going to put it above that Halloween edition, I think. But obviously the daycare, that's where people always go when they think about it. The daycare is a fantastic moment. Probably the best moment in Security Breach. Although the basement with the endoskeletons is also up there. So credit to those. But yeah, I ain't got much more to say about Security Breach. So now it's DLC. FNAF Ruin. Which is gonna go probably just there. Because I feel like the confrontation with Springtrap's just a bit better. But telling low in minigames kind of, it doesn't appeal to me as much as FNAF Ruin. So, this might surprise you, but Ruin was Security Breach, but done 100 times better. There are moments in Security Breach Ruin where I felt genuinely spooked. Like, Ruin had the elements that Security Breach was missing. It had the horror, it had the creepiness. We got to find out what happened to Glamrock Bonnie. Fun. I feel like Ruin was a lot better put together and designed than Security Breach was. And it also helps that Ruin was a lot shorter, so there's just not as much going on. It also helps that you aren't constantly being ambushed by animatronics, which actually gives you moments to build up the tension and nerves and stress. a big problem with Security Breach was that you had staff bots around literally everywhere, like all the time, and when they got you, they would summon one of the main animatronics who would then get you, and because you were being constantly attacked and bombarded by animatronics, it just didn't feel very threatening. You didn't get moments of tension, of fear. In Security Breach Ruin, I feel like you are rarely chased by an actual animatronic, apart from Muxis in the AR world. And so only really having the lingering threat of Muxis really made the game a lot scarier, in my opinion. And then obviously you do have those moments where you're chased by the animatronics, like being chased by Monty in the sewers. Not that it's actually a sewer, but that's what I'm calling it. I think the great moments like that. So yeah, there's a tier list, guys, and I think that's fitting. UCN somewhere up here, I think I said, or just, yeah, somewhere at the top of B tier, I said UCN. And everything else I'm happy with. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah. FNAF World's my favourite FNAF game. FNAF 1 had the atmosphere. FNAF in VR is terrifying. Best jump scares. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say best story right here. Henry's speech again comes in clutch. Ruin, good ideas. Bad jump scares but good gameplay. This had the same problem with Security Breach, where FNAF 2 wouldn't let you build up the tension to get scared, because every 5 seconds you are dealing with an animatronic. FNAF Halloween, hard to play, both of them really. Sister Location, my least favourite, and Special Delivery, I like but I don't know that much about. So yeah, there's the tier list, guys. BAM! That was the tier list, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed it. It might not be the best thing because it was a little rushed due to time constraints, but I put as much effort as I could into it, trying to get it out for Halloween. If you guys did enjoy, you can do the sellout things. You know what they are. There's a like button down there, there's a notification bell down there, a subscribe button down there. You can share with your friends. That's something that's super helpful. Yeah, do all of that stuff. And I hope to see you guys around soon. Come by streams and stuff. Bye bye.